Born into a military family in Fort Knox, Kentucky, Pat Cavanaugh's childhood was often about embracing change and adapting to new environments. His most memorable experience as a child was living in Norway.
Christmas was coming up, so Dad went out and had Santa Claus bring us skis and ski equipment. So I learned how to ski right in downtown Oslo in the King's Park. And while I was skiing there, I noticed a group of boys, and there was a small jump, and they were going off this jump. And I thought, that's pretty neat. I'd like to try that. So I went off the jump, and I didn't kill myself, and said, well, I like that. So I started ski jumping progressively bigger hills.
As young Pat grew, so did the size of the ski jumps. But at age 12, military duty called the family back to Fort Knox. He rejoined old friends for high school, where he was an outstanding football player. Following graduation, he attended a local junior college, but Cavanaugh's parents and younger siblings soon moved to Warrensburg, Missouri. They called and urged him to visit Central Missouri State College.
I rode the bus out there, went up to the campus, and loved it. It was a beautiful little campus. It's even more beautiful today.
Cavanaugh transferred to Central, where he was a cadet in the first cadre of UCM's Army ROTC program and a member of the Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity. His life soon included another area of interest.
I met Pat in the summer of 1967, hanging out with a bunch of friends. Jim Carr came up to me and said, Kay, I'm going to go to Warrensburg and I'm going to pick up this new guy. If you want to ride along, we'll go get him. So I said, sure. Pat and I ended up left at the Dog and Suds, and so we just got acquainted and we started dating, and just a year later, we got married.
Kay held jobs in the PR and academic advising offices on campus, while Pat stayed busy with ROTC training. While the times were tumultuous in America, the 1960s ended in spectacular fashion.
The moon landing comes to mind, and I was at Fort Riley, Kansas, and it was amazing to be around all of these future officers, all huddled around a small black and white TV set, and watching that event unfold and listening to all the cheers. It still brings chills today.
The couple lived in a small apartment above Pat's parents' home. They were busy, but they still had fun.
It was just a very nice lifestyle. Even though we didn't have any money, we had a lot of good friends, and still friends to this day.
Cavanaugh graduated in 1970 and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. The future general officer had no expectation of making the Army his career. Their odyssey began in Germany with the 3rd Infantry Division.
I couldn't believe that they were paying me. You know, I'm wearing these great uniforms and carrying weapons and out on maneuvers and watching tanks fire, and I loved it.
The Army offered challenges and career growth. The Cavanaugh family grew as well. Daughters Megan and Shannon were born at Fort Bragg. In 1994, the Cavanaugh family was moving into their quarters in South Korea when a nuclear showdown with North Korea created an ominous threat. Colonel Cavanaugh was summoned to a meeting by a 4-star general with orders to arrive in 30 minutes and to tell no one why.
I called Kay in. I said, Kay, you can ask me no questions, but keep the girls close, keep your money close, keep your jewelry close. Are we going to war? Kay, you can ask me no questions.
10 American officers would spend the next 2 weeks in a bunker, 30 feet underground, planning and strategizing for a myriad of possible scenarios. A peaceful ending was reached in the summer of '94, brokered in part by former President Jimmy Carter. Cavanaugh continued advancing in rank. His service included wartime deployments in Bosnia, Kosovo, and Iraq. He later spent 2 years in Afghanistan as a contractor. Pat credits Kay for raising 2 daughters while he was often called away to serve. Their efforts resulted in Cavanaugh becoming a general officer. He would eventually celebrate a 2nd star and retire as a major general in 2002. He would work another decade as an executive in the private sector.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think we'd stay 32 years. We would not trade our life in the military for anything.
The Cavanaughs lived their marriage and life together as an adventure. With numerous chapters written around the world, Their epic continues in Texas, where they enjoy exercise, genealogy, and socializing with friends. The best part is enjoying time with their family and grandchildren.
We've enjoyed being with them. Our daughters, as children, never had the advantage of seeing their grandparents.
I cannot imagine not having my daughters and grandchildren in our lives. We spend a lot of time in bleachers, baseball games, cheer events, and we love it.
Retired Major General Pat Cavanaugh has made several visits to his collegiate ROTC program at UCM, imparting hard-earned wisdom and getting acquainted with some of the Army's future outstanding leaders. He's looking forward to returning for homecoming.
It's just going to be a fun time seeing old friends. And when we're there, then Kay is from Knob Noster, and she knows everybody. She's always very animated and excited. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
I just want to congratulate my husband, Pat, on his lifetime achievements in the military and in his education. It is certainly an honor for him and for me to be here with everybody and to be chosen for this Distinguished Graduate Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2019 UCM Distinguished Alumni Award winner, Major General Retired Pat Cavanaugh.